Shadow Army, welcome to another YouTube video. Today we're filled with excitement with the news that we've gotten on the new map, Kiki. We're extremely excited for July next month, baby. So there's a bunch of pictures, screenshots here that we got of the brand new map. I wanted to go through them one by one, explain, not explain, but really go over my excitement, go over what I like about the map, and just dive into this map because this is, in my opinion, we're looking at a map that is never been anything close to what Pubg has brought to the table, and it's exciting to see the future of the game, and it's just amazing. It's a crazy looking map, I'm telling you. So let's get right into it. We're gonna go over the screenshots, say what we like about them, and share our thoughts pretty much about every piece of the map. So right now we have the picture of the main attraction. What they've been advertising about the map for the most part is the actual city. So just take a peek at this city, right? At first glance, these pictures do not look like PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. It's insane to think that this is going to be, we're going to be running around in Pubg in this map, like in this city. It's insane. The buildings are great. The map also gives you the always on parachute. It's very similar to Warzone, which is a great idea because landing on top of these buildings, instead of putting the parachutes down, if you crash into a wall, you still have the option to pull your parachute out. So, let's go to the next. Let's see what we got. So this is the kind of like the island on the far right side of the map here. It's Windmills, I believe its name is. Maybe wrong. Just by looking at the houses we have on the bottom, it looks like a suburban area, kind of like broke down neighborhood type deal going on. It legitimately, like every part of this map is completely different, and it's amazing that we'll be able to run around this map in Pubg. I feel like I'm looking at this game and it's going to be like a single player, like story mode type game. But no, look at the environment. The environment is drastically different from one side of the map to the next. It's crazy. This is, I believe, the swampy area. Just looking in the back, all the way in the back behind the boat. Obviously, we have the new vehicle that was added to the game to traverse these kind of swampy lands. That house in the back up there, it looks like a lake house. Every building in this map is different. It's amazing to see that they've taken the time to put the detail in changing how a house looks in a different part of the map, because it's like you're driving around, let's say, in your home state. You go upstate, you may have a little mountain area, you know what I mean? The houses are going to be built differently. It's going to be designed differently to fit the area, right? A lake house or a cabin. And that's exactly what they're doing with this map, and it looks insane. I just want to get inside these houses and start looting. This is actually one of my favorite additions, because when I saw that there's going to be like neighborhoods, suburban areas with picket fences and houses and neighborhoods and gas station like right down the block, I can walk outside right now and see. It's crazy. It's just like, it's crazy. It's really giving me Verdansk vibes, but it looks like they've taken Verdansk and they pushed the bar up even more, because in Verdansk the map still looked very alike. If you went to airport, around the airport looked very similar. The outside of the grassy area. And if you go to Dam, it's overall the same. This map is literally changing climates. You have the desert, you have the swamp, you have the urban. It's just, there's so much in this map that every type of player, I feel, will get what they're looking for out of it. You know what I mean? They'll feel their excitement. Now, this reminded me of Verdansk. Not to keep comparing it to Verdansk, I think this map is better than Verdansk, and I think Pubg is better than Warzone. But that aside, it looks like a crazy spot. I'm not too big on the Dam kind of areas, so for me, it's not 100% not my favorite spot on the map. But It's crazy, that little, that little tunnel right up here with the light. You could actually swim in there and go through the dam, and it's pretty lit. But another huge piece of environment that surrounds the, mid-south side of the map. Crazy. This is another picture of the dam, different lighting. It looks actually a lot nicer from this angle with the lighting. Where are we here? Just looking at the area. So look at this one house, right? On the bottom left side of the picture. Like, it looks like if you ever been to the Jersey Shore, it looks like a shore house. Like, it's crazy to see that you have the shore house and then you have mansions. Like 5-minute drive, right? Like, it's crazy. It's just, I feel the diversity in this map is going to be actually insane. And the replay value of this map is going to be so much different than all the other ones that we've gotten, because they're all the same environment. I'm telling you, like, to compare it to another video game, looking at Grand Theft Auto 5's map, this is very similar. You have just so much different areas to explore that it never got bored. The game has been out for 10 years next year. And it's releasing for every generation of console because it never gets boring. This map I feel is going to put PUBG back on the map. No pun intended. Another, nice spot. I think this is like swamp area as well, potentially. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't really go too deep into the actual studying on the map, but it's crazy. All these things connect. You can land here. I feel like this is going to be a drop, kind of like Fishing Camp in Tago. It's going to be like 1 or 2 teams, sometimes no people. It's going to be like one of those hit or miss drops. Now, I don't know if this is Lodge, but look at this image. Holy shit. It looks like I started a mission in GTA Vice City. Look at the fountain in the middle. Look at the trees around it. Look at the actual building. Going into that building and looting that particular building is going to be insane. The gunfights around this area. Imagine someone's in the door, right? And you're at that little corner, pillar over here, right? Oh my, the gunfights are going to be insane, diverse, different, entertaining. Another shot of like a coastline. Obviously the city is flooded here, so you can see buildings in the water. But again, those houses look like shore houses, and you're literally on the shore here. It's just crazy to see that PUBG is like, they're going so outside the box with this map, and I love to see it. Alright, this looks like the concert-ish area, right? I don't think we have any screenshots of the concert here, but the concert hall area is crazy as well. So they have actual live music playing, like music playing while you're there, so it's going to hinder the footstep audio. And that's going to make the gameplay element a lot different. I feel like people are, I think that's going to be a spot where you push after you land. I don't know if that's going to be like a hot drop. I think people will drop there, but time will tell. I think it's a cool place. I think it's a cool area to loot, to look at. And now you can land on all of these fixtures, remember, because you always have a parachute on you in this map. So you can land on anything you want here and still be safe. Alright, this I'm assuming is the inside of Lodge. So this is giving me like Evil Dead Cabin vibes. I love it. Just to see that this is, number one, look at the graphics of this map. I mean, we may be looking at PC screenshots here, but holy, look at the difference, man. This game is 2017 released, and this shit looks like a game that was made in 2022, even though it's a map that was created this year. This is insane. It is exciting to be a PUBG fan right now, a PUBG player. It's super exciting because we have a lot of shit rolling out here. Alright, this is potentially another room in the lodge. Looks like kind of like, where government people would meet, or executives or something. Again, crazy gunfights. I'm assuming you can get on top of that balcony, so I'm assuming the gunfights are gonna, people will be low ground. You can watch them from the top. It's just gonna be this. I feel like the actual gameplay mechanic and gunfights and engagements in this map are gonna be so enjoyable because of the environment, because of the layouts. I think they did a good job with laying out map design in each particular building. A lot of it is different, obviously from the gameplay that we saw on the dev discussion. They landed at these mansion-ish area, and the mansions it was crazy. It's like literally an expensive part of town. You know, I'm in New Jersey. It's like I was driving through Princeton. Looks like I was in Princeton watching that gameplay development, that gameplay go, you know? All right, looks like kind of a laboratory. So this is giving me like Resident Evil vibes. I love it. Who knows where this is going to be? I don't know if this is going to be like underneath Lodge, like some secret shit. You know, it could be. It could be a completely different building that we haven't seen gameplay yet of. We don't know, but it looks crazy. It looks like obviously there's a staircase in the left side of the picture there. So this is kind of like an underground area. This is, or maybe this room is where the staircase leads up to. So yeah, I mean, this is looking in the room that we just passed. So you see, I guess it's kind of like an experiment. You see at the top right, there's a TV with like a person's body in there and monitoring them. It's like an experimentation laboratory or something. But I definitely, the 8s are on the tanks, and there you can see the 8s outside the window as well. So the staircase, you see that balcony right outside the window here? I think that's what that staircase will lead up to. And it's going to be a little walkthrough, but you could enter here, obviously. All right. All right, so this looks like it may be the interior of Lodge as well. Pubg, the developer, said that this is the largest building that has ever been designed in Pubg. And I'm telling you right now, this is my spot here. Okay, you want to contest Lodge, you're going to go through the Shadow Man. You're going to go through, we're going to have a gunfight. No, but in all seriousness, this map, this particular area on the map, if this is Lodge, it's going to be sick. I'm so excited to land here. Now, I wonder if there's going to be entrances from the roof. So, like, essentially, I'm thinking of, like, Villa. You know what I mean? Like, they have the cracks in the roof. You could fall through the top, so you don't have to just enter through the front door, back door, side doors. I wonder if there's going to be give players an option to land through a roof versus having to land outside and go in a door. Time will tell. I don't think so. There might be roof access for, like, a second floor, which would help it. But again, you always have the parachute mechanic, so that could get you out of a little jam. But I don't think this building is too high off the ground. We're getting to one of my favorite parts of the map, actually. So this is kind of like a little bit of, you know, a little bit of what I'm talking about. So you can see in the background, left side of the map, there's palm trees, probably a shoreline. You know what I mean? A nice little beach coastline you can look off of. It's a little market. So this is one of my favorite parts of this map. And I'm going to go to the next one, because on the right side of this map is my favorite, honestly, my favorite design aspect of this map, because it's like I'm in New Jersey. There's all these highways. You could drive down these highways, and you see the storefronts. It looks like I'm driving down my fucking highway, and I can just stop. I want to stop and grab a coffee real quick. You want to stop and grab a coffee? Like, just look at this. It's like it's literally like just a suburban area. Like, it's like Jersey. Hey, oh, it's crazy. I love the storefront, like the little storefronts. This is the interior of, I'm assuming it's what is Gabriel's Market. You have the fruit signs at the top, emptied out. Hey, fucking robbed the shit out of this store. Where are we at here in the map? Let's see. I don't think this is the city. I don't think this is Swamp either, but obviously you got a big fixture here. The building looks like it might be penetrable, maybe from the bottom. Maybe you could zip line to the top. I do see a zip line. You can see the little orange flag hanging that indicates that I believe that is a zip line. You could ascend up there and probably look down on the building, which is cool. I'm pretty sure all these big buildings are going to have those. I don't think this is one of the phone poles, but this map does have, it might be. This map does have essentially the balloon mechanic that Warzone implemented a couple seasons ago, where you could ascend all the way up, it'll shoot you midair, and you parachute down. I think this is one of them. Really cool mechanic. Gives you know, not having to worry about looking for cars or running miles and miles without, you know, you hear shots, you want to push those shots, head up the telephone pole, fly right over there, land on them, dominate. Fast-paced action. And that's what I love to see in this game. The downtime of the match, they talked about it. They're trying to minimize the downtime in these matches. And by doing this, it gives players the option to fly around and go find players, go to different areas to loot. It kind of eliminates that downtime of just running from point A to point B, C, D. And I'm loving it. All right, we got an abandoned school bus here in the middle of a desert. Another area of just seeing that is completely different. We were just looking at, let's go back here for a second, right? We have a highway with a couple stores. Now we're in a desert with an abandoned school bus. Just the diversity in this map is unbelievable. This looks like the same kind of abandoned area. This might be on the outskirts of swamps. We have the little windmill things there, so I think it's more south side of the map, mid map, I should say. In the background, we see the desert kind of area, maybe the freeway, but I guess it's like some mechanic shop. I like the design of the like modern day cars. I like that this is a modern map. We're not going back to the 90s. We're not going back to the 40s. We're not going back, you know, to the future. It's modern day. This is like right now. You know, the design of the cars that are sitting there getting fixed or on the road in the city, or they look like modern cars. Another screenshot of one of the cell towers that you could ascend up, parachute off of. Again, really cool mechanic because looking in the distance, I think we can see the dam at the left mid. So you might be able to parachute all the way to dam there. We got to test it. We'll test the distances once it's on the test servers. All right, so this is where I believe where the developers landed in their developer discussion stream this earlier today. This looks like the mansion area. So look at this building, completely different from what we saw. So we saw mansions, which is right here. We saw shore houses. We saw regular suburban houses. Just the diversity in the map is absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and I love the direction that this game is going in. I am beyond excited to play this map and to invest my time more into PUBG. I am so excited. We're getting close to the city now. So this is the outskirts of the major city. So it is flooded. They brought that up, that there is going to be flooded. There's a lot of entrances. You could probably swim into this building, loot it up. And you see that little yellowish window there right behind us here, right? Right up there. That might be somewhere where you could go into and look out and snipe potentially. We don't know. There is the Ascension line at that little building all the way to the left. You see the little orange flag hanging there. I believe that indicates the Ascension. Am I saying that right? Ascension? Another image of the outskirts flooded city. I love the signs. That's what I loved about Haven too. They make their own like companies, their signs, advertisements, and they post them up. It's so crazy. You know what I mean? Like look at these. Look, this one says, "Make your way downtown, Dominion," and then we have a hamburger. You know, on the smaller building there, we have a hamburger sign there. I'm assuming advertising one of the hamburger joints. Nice screenshot of another one of the poles that you should be able to ascend up, parachute off. We see the city in the background. Just looking at the draw distance of this map from like standing, you know, let's say in the city and looking at the rest of the map, the mountains in the background, it's going to look absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Nice open area here. Like, I'm telling you, like, look at this. Beautiful forest. You have a beautiful pond going through the middle of it, right? Just like, and then you could run for 2 minutes or parachute up into the Ascension and be in a desert. Just look at the environment on this map. Look at the design. Look at the detail. Now we have a little barn, so a little farmy section, I'm assuming, right? You know, you have a little farm section here. This is probably where the windmills are going to be. This is going to be the type of buildings that are there. So it's crazy. Again, another type of building that we could explore. It's pretty big. It has 2 stories. The gunfights, I'm assuming one of the sides is going to have an opening. You see there's a little door right above us here. on the second floor. There's a door, so I'm assuming there's going to be a staircase on the exterior. You could peek out of it, you know, fight people from the outsides. Top view of the same building. All right, so now we can see that that's not a door, that is a window. So you do have window access. I'm assuming the other side is going to be a complete mirror of that side, so you should have the 2 windows there. We do see a couple of weapons on the ground here, actually. So we can see a micro Uzi here, right? Unfortunate. We have a K2, it looks like here. We have more 9mm here with another Uzi. Multiple Uzis spawning in the same area. And SKS. No loot on this side, though. Interesting to see. Solar panels. I'm assuming that's outside of the barn area, close to the farm area that we just saw. But, again, more places to use as cover. Gunfights should be interesting in this area. I don't think that these are going to be like necessarily the hot drops, but this is going to be where endgame might be. Imagine an endgame being just around these solar panels, like having to narrow, you know, go through these narrow solar panels, lean, peek left and right to fight, and you know, I feel it's going to make the engagements a lot more entertaining than what we've been seeing. I'm not saying Aaron Gale is not entertaining. I'm just saying we're so used to it. It's been out for 5 years. Almost 6 next year, and we know if it's going to end in an Aaron Gale field, we know how that's going to play out. This map, every end game can be a completely different experience, because you could be in the farm, it could be in the swamp, it could be in the city, it could be at lodge, it could be at mansions, it could be in the rural area, the wind farms. It's like a different map every end game. Warehouses. It looks like we have a little stocking warehouse area here. So another point of interest. Don't know the exact area on the map here, but we have the, you know, we have the shipping trucks here. We have the little garage door opens, the garage doors that I'm assuming you can go into that warehouse and loot it, fighting it, you know what I mean? Again, probably not going to be a hot drop, but it's going to be somewhere where some players will land. Where people will rotate to. Again, people are going to be exploring this map for weeks and weeks and weeks until, you know, I really think that it's not going to take months to actually get everywhere in this map explored, and it's going to feel like a different experience every game, more so than we are now. I'm assuming these are the barn area, the farming area that we were talking about. You can see the city in the background on the back left. Really sick. Again, the draw distance from this map, it's going to be absolutely insane. I wanted to throw this one in here because this is, I'm assuming, the loading screen when you start the game up. Holding the Origin 12. Look at the clip of that gun. Holy shit. I just want to say the artwork that PUBG has been doing in the recent year has been absolutely beautiful. The renders, the backgrounds, the design, everything about it. This game is it's just something else. Like, honestly, listen, there's a lot of heavy opinions on PUBG because, you know, some issues it may have. This is probably one of the best games I've ever played, in my opinion, and I'm going to continue to grind it. And just look at the background of this loading screen. Take a peek at that. Oh my god. Of course, we got the Car 98K on the back. Gotta have the K9. And I wanted to put this in here as well. This is the actual map layout of the new map, Deston. So, points of interest that I'm really interested in here. Obviously, Ripton. You know, the big city. This is probably going to be the first spot we're going to drop at. Playing path depending. Lodge is going to be my spot. That's a shadow special here. Definitely want to land concert. I want to test that out. I'm not excited about, you know, swampy areas. I'm not too excited. I don't like them too much, so I'm going to land here. But it's not something that I am ecstatic about. I do want to try Dam. I do want to try the wind farm over here, which looks pretty lit. But I do want to explore this whole map. It's just... I mean, the effort that was put into this map, the ideas, the project, like just the overall map, It's going to be insane. And I am beyond excited to try this map out. I'm beyond excited to play this game even more than I have been. We're going forward. We're going to put more content on the YouTube. We're going to be making a lot of content on this map. There's going to be a lot of serious games. There's going to be a lot of joking games. As you see on the stream, me and Noli pretend to be cops. So with the new charger that they're putting in this map, the chief and sergeant are going to be in full effect, arresting the entire map of Deston. Stay tuned for more PUBG content. We are going to be going over some of the gameplay aspects. We're going to probably rewatch it, go over, try to dissect a couple things about it in another video. But I did want to just go over the screenshots and give my opinions on some of these screenshots, see how excited I am for the map. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, share your opinions on the map. What do you think? You think PUBG is going in the right direction here? I think 100%. I think the direction they're going in is 100% the correct direction. What they're doing with this game, the updates on the actual game as well, they're working hard. The devs are hard at work. Appreciate them. Check out the stream on twitch.tv/ShadowmanLive. That's Shadowman with the 0. We love to make people laugh. We love to have a good time, and we would love to see you there. So we'll catch you guys on the battlegrounds. Until next time, baby. Shadowman out.